welcome back to the channel. I'm Billy D, and this is, of course, Done Different. And yep, I did it. I bought a Ford. And it might have some minor issues. So if you know me or if you know my channel, I'm mostly a General Motors dude. So the fact that I picked up a Mustang, a Ford sports car, when I would much rather have a Trans Am, a Camaro, or a Corvette, I absolutely could not pass up the deal on this Mustang. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I will show you guys what I purchased, what the good is, what the bad is, and what I plan on doing with it. So obviously, the elephant in the room, the front end. I do have one complete, intact, looks like almost brand new headlight that came with the car. So I don't have to replace that. The other headlight, the crash bar, the radiator support, the hood, fiberglass hood, all junk. So that all needs to come off. That will be in the next video. We'll pop the hood here in a second and I'll show you what's going on with the motor. Tires on the front, absolutely destroyed. Kind of hard to tell with all this gravel and stuff on it, but bald. Wheels, good condition. I think only one of them has just a tad bit of curb rash. The rest are all in really good shape. Kind of surprising. Back tires, again, hard to tell with all the gravel and dust, but they're in great shape. They're 4 years old, so they're right there where I can still roll on them for a little bit and not have to worry about them. Paint, you can actually, I didn't think you guys would be able to see in the camera, and you can actually see it really well. They used like a rose gold spray paint to try to touch up various places on this car. Back here, a lot of it, the whole roof, you can tell the difference between the factory color and this rose gold nastiness that does not match. Then of course, clear coat peeling in multiple places, really everywhere. The spoiler looked like they attempted to start painting it black and then just quit. I actually kind of like that looking black. So when we go to paint this, which we will, I will pull this off and maybe paint it shiny black, not flat black, shiny black to match the rest of the black trim, and probably do the same thing when I get a hood. Either use this one, paint it black, or use the one that comes on it if I get a GT hood. And yes, this is a GT, so it does have the 4.6 liter V8 in it. It is not the V6, which was the main reason why I purchased this, because I wasn't going to go all out on a V6 Mustang, but you know, at the price I got this for, I had to have it. Windshield is in pretty good shape. There is one crack right here. I'm not going to worry about replacing it because it's small section chip here that I will probably try to epoxy fix. Let's hop into the inside. The first bad thing about the inside, the windows do not work. You can hear power going to the motor from the switches, so we know the switches are okay. So the motor must be dead, and it is also dead on that side. So I have no way to roll the windows down. Super dark tint. No tags, because I won't get those until after I get the title. So I'm not driving this very much. In fact, I'm not driving this at all because I don't want to get pulled over with no tags, which I have the paperwork, but I don't have a way to get the windows down, so I'm gonna have to open the door. That sounds like a bad day. So I'm not gonna be driving this hardly at all. You're gonna get a real quick sneak peek of me driving it in this video, but until we get the tags and get these windows fixed, I'm not gonna be driving this on the street. Plus, I wanna get the front end fixed first. Let's go ahead and finish the inside. So, driver's seat, typical 195,000 miles, by the way. So, typical wear. The rest, oh my goodness. How clean is this back seat? This is a 2004, by the way. 20-year-old car. Even the armrest is not that bad. I don't know if this is just like the quality of this car or somebody took really good care of it. Either way, kind of blown away. One thing is they added this aftermarket stereo, which I'll show you guys here in a second when we crank it up. And they removed this panel, and it looks like there's a panel that goes right here. This plug, if I can get in there, there we go. This plug in my fingers. Oh, come on. Now, trust me, there's a plug here. That plug is to the defrost, the rear defrost. This plug is to the traction control. So I can't do burnouts in this thing yet because I can't turn the traction control off. The engine runs fine. It has an exhaust leak, which you guys will hear here in a second. The throttle position sensor was bad. I replaced that. Check engine light's still on, but I think it just hasn't cleared the code yet. And if it doesn't, I'll take it back to O'Reilly's, have them scan it, clear it, all that good stuff. I really should buy a scanner. If any scanner companies want to sponsor me, reach out. So the car runs good, but I can't turn the traction control off, so I can't do a burnout. So every time I mash down on the accelerator in the driveway, traction control light comes on and it just goes forward, which is great if you're racing, which I don't want to race. I just want to do a burnout in my driveway. So that's definitely going to be one of the first things on the list, is going to pull apart and grabbing a traction control switch, along with, while we're there, picking up as much of the front end components as we can find. They have, I think, 6 new Edge Mustangs at the pull apart right now, so I should have my pickings. Really hoping I can find something with the same body color, so that makes it easier when I'm blending the paint. Because what I am going to do with the paint on this is I'm going to do a quick wet sand, tape everything off, remove things like the headlights and whatnot, and of course, you know, just not put them in. In fact, I'll probably paint all of those components separate, but I'm just going to do a mist coat of whatever this red color is, and then a couple of layers of clear coat over that and call it good. Because my plan with this car is not to keep it. Again, I am a GM guy, I'm a Chevy guy. I would rather have a C4 Corvette. I would rather have a Gen 4 Camaro or Trans Am, or even a Gen 5, or maybe even something older than that. But Mustang, cool. I'm gonna have some fun in it. I'm not just gonna fix it, flip it, and we're not gonna have any fun on it here on the channel. I'll make a couple of videos of us having some fun with it before I sell it. But the plan with this was always buy it, fix it, flip it, have a little fun with it, flip it, and then make some money on it, and then be able to do this again with a nicer car, and then eventually get myself to the cars I want to keep while still fixing and flipping some fun cars like this. So, how much did I pay for it? Should I tell you that now, or after we go for a drive? I say we go for a drive first, and then I'll tell you how much I paid and the smoking deal that I got on this V8 Mustang. So the radio works, the AC works freaking fantastic. In fact, it's kind of crazy how well it works. But there you see, 195,000 miles on it. So it's no spring chicken, but again, really clean, definitely taken care of car. All right, let's go take it for a spin. I don't know if you can see the dash or not, but the traction control light should come on. See? So I can't do a burnout, which is really unfortunate because I want to do a burnout. So that's definitely top of the list, is to get a traction control switch so we can turn that crap off. More of the bad. I don't know exactly what's going on with the front. I know that tire wear, I think, has something to do with some weird camber, like they're towed out, the front tires are, so they're kind of fighting each other. So that may have something to do with that front impact. So we may have some issues with the suspension that we'll have to replace. But again, there's a bunch of these that pull apart, so I'm hoping we can get most of what we need there. And somebody tell me in the comments below, is there a difference in GT and V6 suspension parts, or is it just the motors and some of the body panels and whatnot? So she runs good. She gets up to speed. There's a horrible exhaust leak in the manifold. That is also going to be addressed. All right, let's get this back to the house and I will show you guys the engine. And there you have it, my 2004 Ford Mustang GT. Let's go ahead and take a look under the hood and then finish this video out. Now it still latches. In fact, I will have to pop it from inside. There we go. And so yes, it does latch, but this is separating. The hood is separating, so that's the reason the strap has been on there, so that the hood doesn't separate and blow off into the windshield. So as you can see, looks like all the damage is up here. Here, I'll show you, I'll get lower. If you look down here, you can see crumpled. So all this is gonna have to be cut off and replaced. Hopefully, did not make its way directly into the frame. I think that may have taken a little bit of a hit. Definitely down here you can see, definitely going to be a lot of stuff that we're going to have to pull off, cut off, whatnot. So back to the engine. The throttle position sensor, I replaced that. That's what the code was for. That was the only code it was showing. Like I said, we'll take it back and have it scanned again and clear. If that code is still coming up, clear that code. But yeah, that fixed the performance issue. When I first started driving it, or when I first picked it up, it felt like it was just down on power. So replace that and all is good. There is definitely a manifold leak somewhere on this side, but it's tight and I'm not going to worry about it until I start pulling the whole front end apart. We'll have much better access to that area once all this is off. But yeah, I think that's mostly what is wrong with it, or what I need to fix with it, or what I need to fix it. So yeah, the front end, tires, possibly some suspension issues, the interior trim. So yeah, there's quite a bit of stuff, the paint job, quite a bit of stuff that needs to be done. But I only paid $1,100 for this. And I think with about $1,000 in parts and paint and all that good stuff, I can have a nice running, driving Mustang GT that I can flip for a little bit, make a little bit of money on. All right, you guys, that's the end of this video. I will not be getting to working on the Mustang super quick. I'm gonna wait till the title comes in. That's probably gonna be 3-4 weeks. Got a lot of things coming up, like the Gambler 500 in Colorado. So I'm going to be focused on those things, and this summer, June, we will get to the Mustang for sure. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will see you in the next one. Billy D, Mustanging on out of here. Peace.